there. So every 1 year they could come up with all the learning together, put in, and do a launch of a new model, unless there is a field issue. Only the recall is a concern for them. Otherwise, they are just coming up with a refresh models every year. So we will also soon go there. Thank you.
Very good afternoon. First of all, thank you all for taking your time and coming and enlightening us on your experiences and sharing your good processes to the members present here. My question is on an extension to the MSME question my colleague put up. You're talking about digitization. All of us understand that it's very important that we move towards digitization. But you have to tell us where is the priority. End-to-end digitization is one, and making end-to-end digitization at one go is a costly affair, or should we start off somewhere and then end up into the entire supply chain or into the entire production chain? I request Mr. Vinod if you can just enlighten us on this important thing. We know it is very important, but also it is cost involved. So where should be the start off? Thank you.
Thank you. I do understand your concern. See, generally, from our side, what we say, otherwise, my suggestion to you is, you just see what is the pain point of your customer. Okay, see, you need to prioritize that pain point, and we have to address. Obviously, any digitalization, it attracts cost. See, over the year, once you ramp up the scale, definitely, it will give a benefit to you in turn. But the initial stage, yes, it's going to be, a costly affair, especially for the tier 2, tier 3 suppliers who are in MSME thing. So there, I suggest, prioritize that based on your pain points of your customer, and look for a long-term perspective. See, it may not be cost break-even thing within a first year or so. Definitely in long term, you just see, we are in this industry, and we are going to come up with the multiple models, and our volumes are going to increase year by year. See, factor those things and take a call on this digitalization.
Thank you.
I'm Rari here from Accurate Sales and Services. We are providing the solution for digital market, digital quality, totally digitization of quality. So as he told, because I came up, because he asked about the cost of digitization, we found that, and we are supporting many industries for digitization of complete quality control management. So it is not so costly what people feel. Is very reasonable prices are there we can put. We always feel that digitization will cost very high. I hope that we can do digitization within our budget. What you feel about that?
Yeah, see, actually, the kind of effort you are putting on digitalization, similarly, we do in-house digitalization also. See, for us, benchmark is like, your ROI should be within 2 years. See, this is the guideline which we have set internally in our organization, where we could see many of these projects are passing through that guideline. So that much potential digitalization is having. Definitely, it will give a benefit for you. And that's a 2-year ROI something, which is a general market trend.
I like to request the audience here, they can interact with us, and we provide very cheap quality. As far as digitization quality area is there, and quality management, definitely we are here to provide a solution.
Hello? No, thank you for all this. I think there seems to be a miscommunication here. The gentleman was talking about digitization. He was answering for the digitalization. Both are two different things. Digitization is making a manual paperwork to digitizing. Digitalization is the automation of those things into digital world. So I think he was answering more for digital one, whereas it was more for digitization. I mean, I don't know whether I stand clear. Also, okay, because you have been mentioning digitization, but he was answering, okay, fine. If it's an automation with digitalization, yeah, then it's fine.
Sir, I have a question. Please go ahead. Hello. Hello. Sir, can I put a question? So we are OEM tier 2 for the past 30 years. I have one question. Do you have to supply the quality product, or do you have to maintain the documents that we are supplying the quality product? Which is important?
Sorry, I don't understand. Can you repeat, please?
We are tier 2 OEM suppliers. what is important to supply the quality products or to maintain the documents that we supply the quality products as
Okay.
by IITF.
See, I do understand things. See, generally, I have seen.
And we don't have even one quality issue the past 20 years. Is it important or to maintain a documentation that we supply the quality products, which is important? And we are small MSME.
Okay, just to answer your question, I cannot directly answer this question, but indirectly, I can share my experience.
Yeah, please.
See, you have seen the foundry industry. This is one of the mother industry. Okay, generally, way back 1 decade before, when I was handling castings and forging, I could see industry veterans were there. See, anything, no, just they go and immediately analyze the problem and they will solve. Everything is in their plan by virtue of their experience. See, of late, slowly, this industry could not able to attract the talents because of its own disadvantage on working condition and all. And later, at one stage of my career, because I handled predominantly casting commodities, I could see a big vacuum in the industry. If there is any problem, people were struggling to find the solution because the old people have not documented it and they were operating based on their virtue of their experience. And that gap was there. So thing is that yes, we have to do the improvement fast and it has to be documented also. Both things should go hands on and then only you can able to do justice and whatever you are doing, it will be sustainable. So please don't think on the short term. On the long term, this is going to help your organization and let us do that hands on and in the faster way. That's my answer to your question, and I have literally a very good experience in this aspect, especially related to the casting industry, like a decade back.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. My name is Pandian. I am from Kadir Sudhir Automation India Private Limited. I'm a small I'm running a micro unit. I love quality with innovation, but considering the on-time delivery, generally we are getting from our customer, நாங்கள் எங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கிற டைமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கடைசியில் அவங்களோட ப்ராடக்ட் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டில் கடைசியில் தான் எங்களுக்கு கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஸோ அந்த டைமில் நாங்கள் முடிக்கணும். ஸோ குவாலிட்டியோட டைம், குவாலிட்டி செக்கிங்க்கான டைமே நாங்கள் வந்து மினிமைஸ் பண்ணுறதா இருக்குது. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிற கேசஸில் அஸ் அ மைக்ரோ இண்டஸ்ட்ரி பிஸ்னஸ் ஓனர் நான் என்ன பண்ணணும் சார்? குவாலிட்டி வித் இனோவேஷன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நான் என்ன பண்ணணும் சார்? வாட் ஆர் த பிரைமரி ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் நான் கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும் சார்? தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச் சார்.
I do appreciate your concern. See, generally, I also experienced this. Like as a OEM, we used to have a target timeline for developing the components and the cost and other quality factors. And it is directly imposed on the tier 1 supplier. In turn, they put it back to tier 2 and tier 3. See, what I have experienced is as a OEM, we give actual reasonable time. See, in my experience, we never had an unreasonable time. No, we are giving that. See, what's happening, the inefficiency in the tier level. Say, example, if there is any delay or issues at the tier 1 or tier 2 level, and they consume a lot of time, and finally they push or they ask the tier 3 or tier 4 suppliers to do the things faster to cover up their delays. This is what happening, but otherwise, please believe me, we give a reasonable time for development. We don't believe in pushing things with unreasonable time. We also know that if you fail, we are going to fail. But only thing, as I said, the inefficiency, the system is pushed back to the down the tier level. That's the one thing, issue. We have also experienced definitely as a supply chain responsible person, we should address that. Definitely we will address these issues. Thank you.
One question, sir. Sir, last one question.
Yeah, I think the questions are closed, I suppose, right? I just want to add what Vinod said. That is a real problem because of various reasons that time gets squeezed and the date of launch is already fixed. So even though you say that it is a micro industry, there are a lot of ways you can collaborate with the people like through NIQR or through with the IIT. A lot of technology is available to simulate everything virtually and keep it ready. And I think most of the foundry guys are doing using the Magma software solutions, get the product right on the first time. That will help. I am not telling that it is going to cost a lot. It is not like somebody mentioned here, no, technology is not costly now. I think you should look at that option also, of always looking for technology to give the delivery. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Am I audible? Thank you, speakers. Thank you, audience, for such a wonderful attention. I'm sure some of you will still have a very valuable questions, but I think you can reach out to the speakers through office bearers of NIQR. They will be able to answer your questions better. So just to summarize, Mr. Sarangarajan talked more about service innovation other than other things. From TAFE's perspective, the service innovations and others. Hyundai, from Hyundai's perspective, product supply chain innovations and quality-driven aspects they have done. And Meenakshi covered completely about his experience on semiconductors and other industries and associations. So now, I don't want to enunciate the points that they've already covered. It will be a repetitiveness. So what I want to say is, what is the status today? When you're in business, you are already in the race. You cannot stay there. You have to be in the race. 30 years ago, 20 years ago, if somebody asked me what is in the race, some of the companies said, we want to be number one in the business that we operate upon. We want to have the largest market share. That's the other. Somebody says, I want to be better than the rest. I want to give the quality the best. All these have become cliché today. You have to say, you have to be unique. Continue to be unique. Unless you are unique, you cannot be. Competition convergence makes your product a commodity, because what's available to you, the machine, manpower, technology, access to market, everything has become so simple, so the competition convergence will make you offer a commodity product, so therefore you have to be unique. That is what is all about. All of us told me a few years ago it's an VUCA world. So they explained me it's a volatility, all that, but I didn't really understand, okay? But when the Trump came to power, I understood it's a real VUCA world. Okay, when people mention, in fact, he mentioned Trump, I have to chuckle some myself, because every day we wake up, take a newspaper, we'll have to wait for what he's going to. Somebody is asking me, in fact, I was mentioning in another meeting that, what is going to be next? What does the economists say? What does the mint say? When the kids are not doing too well in a typical South Indian context, we only say get a horoscope and check with an astrologer. That's what I think from a White House, if somebody can give an astrology of Trump, we can check with a good astrologer to know what he's going to do next. So that's the innovation. What? Yeah. So all this, how does this innovation, see, the topic is very clear, the quality, innovation-driven quality, okay? How does this innovation come into? It comes to you not by plan, it's out of crisis. When there's a crisis, we innovate. When there's a squeeze of resources, we innovate. It's not by induction, it's not by plan, it's not by anything else, it's a crisis. So what is this? You have to look out for the crisis and then innovate. Or create a crisis, mental crisis, and say there is a crisis, therefore how do I innovate and make a quality product? Question everything. Make a zero base, zero budget. So we talked about zero-based budgeting. We go back to zero and then start. Ask, question everything. When you say there is a quality equipment, this is the equipment, this is the methodology, this is the process, question everything. Is it still staying relevant to us? Is this the way we have to do? Is it what that customer wants? If you don't question that, innovation can never happen. We will always believe, if you look at from the quality perspective, you'll say it's been done for 20 years. It's a proven technology. We have to follow this. We can't afford to miss it. Then where does the innovation come? You have to question everything. Go back to zero. Are we doing everything which is irrelevant? That is this. How do we bring innovative culture into the company? It should be with the customer-centric approach. First, customer comes first. When you have a customer-centric approach, innovation automatically happens. How do we do? Just by making customer-centric, we've always been supplying to Hyundai, we've been supplying to TAFE, we've been supplying to, we're customer-centric. They give us a drawing. We just have to do it. It's very clear. Innovation-driven, which means product is theirs, but innovation-driven. Customer-centric is actively listen to the customers. Underline the word, actively listen to the customers. Customer will somewhere here, supply chain manager would say, we need the price reduction by 20%, 10%. We want to be competitive in the business. So we want some suppliers to support. That's actively listening. He may not tell you to reduce the price. He says, I'm facing the heat of the competition. I may lose out market share. By actively listening to it, you know you have to innovate your process and make him affordable. Only then you stay in the business, you be a leading supplier to him. So nobody will tell you. Cost effectiveness, any innovation, you have to draw it and say, is it cost effective? It is relevant. That is what we have to do. Sometimes, German, the problem is over-engineering. We call this word called Germans are over-engineering. More relevant today. You may be inspecting some parameter which is no longer required, but you've been doing it for 20 years. That's why I said question everything. Is it relevant? Then the innovation automatically comes in. Innovation towards customer-centric. In the process, you save time, you save money, you save technology. You do everything something innovative. That's it. So how do we innovate? How do we do this in the part of organization? Bring this as the core value of organization. Say like a quality, there's those days. You also bring an innovation is the core part of our organization. Make it a pride of organization. Don't say how many products we have launched. You say how many processes we have innovated, how many products we innovated. 3M is a company which you have to do it. GE, no longer, 3M. Look at the companies which have been innovating all through, still staying in the business because they thought about innovation a long time ago, even before all these people came into the business. Pride of it. And leadership should be involved. The CEO should be involved. And his review should be on innovation, not on just numbers. Just not on number crunching. He should be involved in a meeting, specific meeting, say, what have we innovated today? That's going to push the company towards it. Otherwise, innovation will take this back seat. Okay, people are happy with what they're doing. Only 10 years later, they'll realize they're no longer in the business. So leadership has to be it. To make customers happy, all that we have to do. And what will not work? Collaborative approach. Normally, if the innovation-driven quality comes of the innovation, who are the first people to dose it? Marketing will say customer will not agree. Manufacturer say this cannot be made manufactured. HR will say we can't find people for all this. So it's got to be a collaborative approach. Every division has to be brought in. That's why I said leadership should be brought in and say all of us are part of innovation. We got to innovate. So that collaborative approach should be there. What should not be there? If your KRA is linked to innovation, nobody will innovate. Because if you fail, my KRA, KPA will take a beating. So we must say, set the short-term and long-term to goal people and say your KRA, KPA is nowhere linked. Innovation will fail initially. Finally, it will succeed. If you want to succeed, you got to say there's no KRA, KPA into it. I want you to encourage to do innovation. That is what we do. Fear of failure should be out. Encourage people to be innovative, not only in quality, in everything. Quality will be automatic because quality has become an indispensable part of every business. It will automate that. Innovation will also become a part of business. India wants to be a superpower. Without quality innovation, it can't be done. It will certainly be done. Sometime when somebody conducts the same seminar in 2040, we'll say India is one of the greatest innovating country in the world. That's how we want to hear it. It may not be here, but maybe our kids will hear this. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
And now it's time to honor our chairperson and the speakers of the session. I now invite Mr. Raja, the session coordinator, to honor the session chairperson. Put your hands together in honoring them. The chairperson to honor the speakers. invite Mr. Sriram and Chairperson Mr. G. Giridhara Gopal to honor our sponsors.
Thank you, speakers. Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you very much for the entire team. It's high time to recognize our sponsors who are the backbone for having this grand day here. I would like to invite the representative from SLR Metallics Limited to come and receive this from us. Sriram sir, and request Giridhara Gopalan sir to honor our sponsor. Representative from SLR Metallics. Anyone there from SLR Metallics? Any representative from Weston Thompson Group? Any representative from Weston Thompson Group? Okay, come. I request the chairperson Giridhara Gopalan sir to remain on the stage, please, to honor our sponsor. I request Mr. Sriram to be on the stage to honor the sponsor. Be there, sir. From Weston Thompson Group, Mr. Arun and Ramachandran. Thank you for being here, sir. Thank you for being as a grand sponsor for this event. A big round of applause. Only 3 claps are I am hearing. Any representative from Delphi TVS Technologies? Any representatives from Delphi TVS? Any representatives from Delphi TVS? Next, sir. Any representatives from ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited? Any representatives from ZF Commercial Vehicle? So next. Any representatives from ZF Commercial Vehicle? Mr. Chelladurai is somewhere available. Thank you for being our sponsors. இங்க இருக்கிறவங்க clap பண்ணா ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா இருக்கும். Any representatives from Turbo Energy Private Limited? From Turbo Energy Private Limited? Next. SLR Metallics? SLR Metallics? Anyone from SLR Metallics? Welcome, sir. Mr. Vijay Kumar, representing SLR Metallics. Thank you for being our sponsor.